Today, I have picked up a non-technological topic. This is really important one for all the students and anyone who are keeping notes as their routine activity. So this session is all about Cornell note-taking system. Why we should keep notes? Taking notes is really important to remember things and understand what we learned, and also to revise our learnings easily. We are following many ways to keep notes, even though most of us don't know about these fancy techniques about keeping notes. Still, we are keeping notes as we wish, as per our own pace. So we do note keeping still since our small age when we are schooling until up to our profession. Even though we keep notes when we work at office, right? So keeping notes differ from person to person. The way you do the note keeping is different from the way I do. But following a proper scientific method or a scientific technique to keep notes will make this process more effective and more efficient. So that's why there are so many note keeping methods available today. In note taking, some of you might be following structural ways like graphs and all, and many following outline method. So this is kind of a short notes. Usually we follow this outline method in our schools, and others may also follow some virtual representations like drawing mind maps and artistic ways to keep notes. So there are researchers that says the students outperformed who takes their own notes rather reviewing the notes given by the teachers or the lecturers. I have mentioned, I have identified couple of note-taking methods. So the one is mapping method, sentence method, charting method, Cornell note-taking method, and outlining method. So in this particular discussion, I'll be focusing on Cornell note-taking method. So let's see what is this all about. This technique was developed in 1950s by Cornell University professor Walter Pauk. So he is the director of uh, this particular university, Cornell University, and in Reading and Study Center department. And he is also author of many influential books. So with his influence and with his researchers, he has identified a note-taking system that has helped to help the students to learn more effectively. This system is designed to save more time from the students and enable students to increase the effectiveness of the note taking in their classrooms. So if we are following this system, then we don't have to do rewriting or retyping because this is a well structured note keeping method and a solid way to revise our notes even uh, later on. So main strength of Cornell note-taking system is the layout of the page that was described by Professor Walter Pauk. This is how the layers look like in Cornell system. So if you take a particular page in your notebook. So you have to divide that into 3 different sections. So the left side is usually the 30% from the entire width, so that will be the Q column. I'll let you know like what these Q columns and what these record columns are. And the right hand side, it's the 70% of the entire width, that is the record uh, section, and the bottom one is the summary. So this summary part should usually be 20% from the entire height of your page. So 80% will be for the remaining Q column and the record column, and the 20% will be for the summarization part. That's how this structure uh, denoted in Cornell note-taking method. First, let's see about this left side, which is the Q area. So mostly we keep keywords or questions in this area. So whenever we keep the notes, so we identify certain keywords in that particular note, and we put all the keywords in the left hand side, and also later we add the questions that we have, so that later we can get clarified from our lecturers or the teachers. And the right hand side, that is the main record area, where we keep all the notes in simple language. So these records should be really shorter, and you may need some vocabulary skills to express what you listen from your lecturers or teachers into certain words or notes. So whatever you understand, you write them in your own words. That's the basic idea. And you should avoid long sentences, and you may use some abbreviations as much as possible to save time. So this part is where you keep the real notes, and on the left side you take some of the keywords from this real note and note it there. So that will help you to refer later. And also you can write down the questions that comes into your mind, so that you can on the next class session you can ask from your teacher or the lecturer. The very bottom part, which is the summarization or the conclusion, you have to summarize all your notes, summarize the notes in this part. So whatever the notes you have written in the this section, you can provide a summary in here. So basically, just to give an idea about what this note is all about, that's what you have to add in the conclusion. So I recommend you to do this summarization part after your live class or the lecturing session, because you must think well before adding the summary. Because sometimes when you're referring after many months or after many years, so this summary is where it's helping you to understand the entire note. So that's all about the this system. So you must review all your notes as frequent as possible, then only it will help you to uh, get all the things into your memory. So this is basically there to help you to understand things very quickly. uh, so Cornell note-taking system has proven success over the years, mostly among the students. In many universities, even in Sri Lanka, they teach this system and recommend the students to follow this during their higher studies. I wish you would follow this particular note taking system, Cornell note taking method, for your own success. Have a great day.